Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Susie, and I'm going to share with you some tips for coping with the stressors of being stuck during our sheltering in place. Today's Mindful Minute is about the resilience of intentional imagination. Imagination is an energetic process of the mind. It is the formulation of novel ideas and images. Vision is enlightened imagination. Many of us are feeling as though we're between a rock and a hard place, stuck. Or as a woman perfectly described to me years ago, Dr. Susie, I'm sick and tired of being caught between a rock and a hot plate. Such perfect imagery for our situation now. When we feel stuck or desperate, our imaginations are actually using us, as we can easily get caught in ruminating over how to solve our situation. We tend to image scenarios, most of which are not happening in our present experience. This is imagination. We do it all of the time. Sometimes this kind of imagination, such as worry, sandpapers away at us. Our imagination is shaping us instead of we shaping it. This is not to say that we should not be diligent in learning all that we can about our current situation. This is wisdom. But it will also be natural for us to feel stuck and frightened and desperate from time to time as this event continues to unfold in our collective lives. It is the nature of being stuck. The ancient Chinese had a wonderful image for being stuck. They say that when there's an abyss or a cliff on one side of you and a mountain on the other side of you, and you can't go up and you can't go down, you can go in. Imagination can take us to endless places of calm. Developing intentional imagination is also natural to us. Look at children and how often the box is much more fun than the gift that it contained. Einstein valued imagination over knowledge because knowledge is what we have already developed. It's finite. But imagination is boundless. We can imagine our lives unfolding in very different ways. We are being given the opportunity to intentionally re-image our lives individually and collectively. It is a perfect time to imagine new possibilities, to awaken to our earliest dreams. Times of confinement possess potent possibilities, but first we must breathe. When we are under stress, our instinctual response is to hold our breath or to breathe with very shallow and silent breaths as though we're invisible, essentially cutting off all the necessary oxygen to supply to our brains. Who can imagine then except for desperate thoughts? What is also instinctual is that collectively, if one person is shallow breathing, others around that person will be doing the same. So let's all breathe. Take a few very deep breaths and feel how it puffs up your brain cells. Close your eyes and take some very deep and slow breaths. Sense how spacious it feels, how new thoughts and ideas have space to come in. Just begin to breathe them in. Thank you for listening and for doing your best. Together, we will become even better than before. This Mindful Minute brought to you by Farmington Recreation Department and Susy Sanders. Bye-bye for now. And remember, don't forget to look for the helpers.